Good morning, everyone. It's a wonderful Wednesday, and it's time for our math and science lessons. That's right. That's what STEM stands for: science and technology and engineering and math. Yes. So we're gonna learn a lot of things today. Some will be a review, and some will be new. Are you guys ready? Here we go. First things first, happy birthday, Sony Ashley. Happy birthday. Congratulations on your birthday in June. I wonder who's going to be in July. Ooh. Okay, let's look and see what we're doing today. Now, what are we doing today, Miss Cruz? Well, in math, first, we're going to start with math. We're going to learn to identify and create 2D plane flat shapes. That's what we're going to do. It's really important to learn about geometry because if you look around, geometry is the study of shapes, yeah, and how they work together. So everything seems to be in shapes. So you're going to love geometry. So we'll talk about 2D shapes. And then in science, we will discuss distance and perspective. What does that mean, Mrs. Cruz? What's near and what's far. That's right. We're going to understand why some objects may appear larger and some appear smaller, even though they might be the same size. We will Nearpod today. So if you're joining me today, we will have a Nearpod code and kind of practice as much as we can together. I will also share this video on my YouTube channel. So if you missed the lesson, you can watch it later. And I will also share the Nearpod link so you can practice on your own. Now listen, even if you're finished with your coursework, you're still welcome to practice and join us for our live lessons. Think of it like a review. Think of it like getting ready for next year. So some of these things will be helpful for you and we can hang out together. So feel free to join. Now, you remember our promise from yesterday? We made pinky promises. Let's just review that really quickly and hopefully everyone will keep their promise. The first one is P. P stands for participate. That's right. Don't just sit there like a potato. Please participate. Raise your hand. Help me out. Tell me some stuff. Next is R. Be respectful. Treat others the way you want to be treated. O means thank you for being on time. M, staying muted. Microphone's muted unless I tell you it's time to unmute, okay? Or if you need to say something, you can raise your hand. Include your name in the chat or, better yet, in the Zoom window so I know who I'm talking to. Stay seated is the S at the end. Stay seated. That means you're going to have plenty of opportunity to get up and bounce around, but when we're in the middle of the lesson, stay in your spot, okay? And the last one, my favorite one, eyes on me. That's right, on your computer where everything happens. If you're looking all around the room, you're going to miss something. So here we go. Get started. First things first. Remember we said 2D flat plane shapes, flat like a piece of paper. Do you recognize some of these shapes? These were in your lessons. And if you haven't done them yet, you're going to learn them soon. Do you recognize these shapes? Do you see them? Wait, I know. Oh, look at all those shapes. Oh, wait, I know some of them. I even know their names. Yeah, so we're going to talk about how to recognize our 2D shapes and how to describe them. These are called 2D plane shapes, not plain like they're not colored on, just plain like one singular plane that they stand on. Now, they're flat, very flat, like a piece of paper. They don't stack and roll. They're not like blocks we can play with. They're just like cutouts from a piece of paper. That's what a 2D, two-dimensional plane shape is. Flat, like a piece of paper. We can name them. Yeah, we have names for them. Not George and Steve, but circle and triangle and square. These are wonderful names that tell us what they are, but they don't describe them. We need to be able to describe those shapes. Yeah, in first grade, when you move into first grade, they're going to want to know, well, how do you know it's a square? How do you know it's a triangle? Describe to me the properties or attributes of that shape. Oh, oh, so it's almost like playing a guessing game. In my hand, I have a shape and and you can describe it and have the person guess. Oh, I love describing shapes. We'll get into that more in a moment. We can also combine them. Oh, it's like puzzles. You can take a couple of shapes, put them together, slide them together to match like a puzzle piece, and create a new shape. Yeah, we can compose new shapes. Next, we can divide them. Oh, like a pizza, like a circular pizza, we can divide it up into equal parts. That's right. We also need to know one more thing. These are all nice and closed up. These are called closed 2D plane shapes. If there were any way that we could get inside of them, then we can't call them shapes. We can't call them 2D closed plane shapes. We need to know that they're closed up nice and tight. Now, we can also recognize them all over the world. Right now, I am staring at my computer. And what shape is it in? I can recognize a shape on my computer. Wonder what other shapes you can find in everyday common objects. And what else can we do with 2D plane shapes? That is a good question. What can you do with 2D plane shapes? Food for thought. Can you name the most common shapes? Now look at that chart. Look at all those cute little plane shapes. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I see about 20 shapes, right? And yeah, about 20 shapes. And I can name most of them. Do you recognize some of them? Some of them look a little weird, a little different. And I don't know the names of every single one. But I do know this one, the yellow one. Oh, do you know the orange one? Do you know the purple one? How about this yellow one? Oh, I bet you know the names of these shapes. Yeah, that's something you need to know like that. So if you see a shape and you can't remember what the name of it is or how to describe it, that's something for you to practice. Get a chart. There's some awesome online games and videos to help you. There's lessons in your coursework that will help you recognize, name, and even describe the shapes. All right, let's move on. Remember when I said, I spy, I can see, I found a rectangle on my computer? We can observe, look, and find 2D shapes all over the place. Yeah, my light is in the shape of a circle. Oh, I wonder, oh, what about your sofa? Yeah, what about your refrigerator? See any other shapes around you? Let's find out if we can notice, observe, and find 2D flat plane shapes on a solid object. All right, let's watch a quick video, very quick. I won't take very long on this. All right, so pay attention. We're going to learn about how to recognize
It's
and
me
find
again,
2D
Jessie.
shapes.
I want you to meet somebody who loves
Common
to
object.
explore, just like me.
Hi, everyone. I'm Shauna the Shape Hunter. I love to discover shapes all around me using my special shape-finding binoculars. Circles!
Oh, can you see all the circles in that page? I see 3. Oh, I found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, a whole lot of them. Can you see them all? I'm gonna go shape hunting myself. Dun 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 dun. I found a circle. Yes, I did. I found a circle on my bottle. Okay, let's keep going. Can you see a circle?
Squares.
How many squares do you see? Now, funny thing about squares, they have all the same equal sides. All four sides are exactly the same size. Sides, same size. Tongue twister. Look at how many squares I can count. One. And inside of there, I see 1, 2, 3, 4 more inside the window. Well, they're all exactly the same size. Wow, it's a lot of squares. Maybe you can find some squares in your house.
Rectangles.
Rectangles, rectangles. Find some rectangles. Rectangles are like stretched out squares. They have 2 long sides and 2 short sides. My front door is a rectangle. It's not a square, right? It's nice and tall and narrow, so I can fit through it. Wonder how many rectangles you can see in this picture. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my goodness, look at the buildings in the back. There's a lot of rectangles. I think rectangles are a really common shape, don't you? Oh, I wonder how many rectangles you have in your home. You can shape hunt.
Triangles.
Triangles. Ooh, look at all those triangles on that bridge. Oh, I don't have a lot of triangles around me. I have to try to find a triangle. I found one. I found one. I see it right here. It's on my hat. Yes, my old hat. Look, I have little triangles on my hat. Isn't that neat? I found triangles. Can you find any triangles in your home? All right, let's keep going. 3-sided triangles. 1, 2, 3 sides. Is that how you would describe it?
And even rhombuses.
I love rhombi. Rhombus looks like a diamond, doesn't it? 4 sides, but
See?
long on
You
2.
can find shapes everywhere.
Middle. It's
Can you
stretched
find
out.
a shape around here?
Sure can. Found one. The 8 on your hat.
That's not a shape, it's a number.
But the number 8 is actually made up of 2 circles.
That's nice and
You're
closed up.
right. That's awesome.
Come on.
All right, love. So we can hunt for and find 2D flat shapes in everyday objects. And I'm looking around my home right now. Can you find something that's in the shape of a rectangle? Picture, envelope, mouse. Wow, look at all my rectangles. Square, huh? Wonder if you could find squares. Ooh, ooh, on my calculator, the little buttons are squares, the tiny little buttons. Yeah. Oh, I have a cookie in the shape of a square. I love it. Oh, we can find all sorts of squares. Yeah. I wonder what the most common shape is in your house. Yeah. Yeah, let's move on. Remember when I said that we need to be able to describe the shapes? Well, this looks like a complicated slide, but it's easy. Why? Because I have a little chart here. See my chart? My white chart? And all you have to do is for each shape, fill out how many sides and how many corners, which I don't call them corners. We have a fancy word for the corners. Those little sharp owie points are called vertices. Vertices with a V. Look at it, the green word at the bottom. It looks all sharp and pointy. Vertices. And our long sides. So we can count and list the attributes. We call them attributes or properties of the shape. Can you count the sides for each of the shapes? Can you count the vertices, the little owie points, the corners, the vertices for each shape? So I'm just going to do a couple of them really quickly to show you how easy this is. Look at my square. 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. Write it here. In that column, it says how many sides, and I counted 4. What about the number of vertices, those owie points? I like to circle them because I don't want to poke myself. So I kind of protect each owie point, each vertice. And how many do I count? 4. I also count 4 vertices or corners. Look how easy that was. Can you do that? Come down to my other favorite shape, Mr. Triangle, and let's see if you can count the sides with me. Are you ready? Okay, my mark, get set. I'm going to start right up here and count the sides, the long, slippery sides. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and it closes back up. Look at that. So how many sides does it have? Yay! Now we better protect ourselves from those vertices. Let's circle them. I'm going to do that for one on top. That one looks really pokey and sharp, doesn't it? So there's one. Can you find another one? Yes. Ow. There's 2. Can you find another one? Yes, me too. There's 3. Are there any more? No? Then you're right. Count all those vertices. 1, 2, 3. Write it in. Mr. Triangle has 3 sides, 3 vertices. Look how easy it is to record how many or what their attributes are and how many they have of each. That helps us describe them. Then you can have that guessing game. Like, yeah, close your eyes, right? And say, okay, a shape that has 4 sides, 4 vertices, and they're all the same size. What is it? A square. Just knowing what those attributes or properties are will help you win that guessing game, right? Awesome. Okay, so that's an important skill for you to know. All of the shapes. And there is one thing I will give you a little clue, a little help on. Mr. Circle doesn't have anything. A whole lot of nothing. No slippery sides that are straight. Wah, wah, wah. Whoop. And it doesn't have any sharp vertices. Wah, wah, wah. Ooh. Circle has nothing. It's just a curvy segment. There's nothing to it. Isn't that interesting? Now you know. If you were doing a guessing game with your parents and you said, I'm thinking of a shape that has 0 sides and 0 vertices, what could it be? And they would have to guess. They would say, circle, and they'd be right. Okay, guys, let's move on. We talked about what we can do with shapes. And one of the things we can do with shapes is compose new shapes. That's interesting. Do you mean that I could use, like a puzzle, I could use shapes, put them together, and make a new shape? Do you think so? Look at my 3 blue triangles. Do you think I can move them around, fit them together, and make a new shape? We can create, build, or compose, you can call it composing, new shapes. So let's see if you can do it. Have you thought about it? Let's try it. Okay, I'm going to try to create a trapezoid. That's that red one. See my Mr. Trapezoid? By using 3 blue triangles. Can I fit them together to make Mr. Trapezoid? Let's try it. Whoop. There's one. Okay, kind of slid him right on top, corner to corner, edge to edge. Now, can I use another one? Do you think I need another one? Probably. And there he goes. Okay. I kind of flipped him upside down and squeezed him at the top, fit him corner to corner, edge to edge. Do you think we need one more? How do you think he will go? How do you think he will fit? Let's try it. Dudes, we made a trapezoid with 3 triangles. Did you see that? I wonder if you could make a shape, a new shape using some of your 2D shapes? Could you compose a brand new shape? Parents, there is a great activity online that you can search for. It's called Tangrams, all one word, Tangrams, Tangrams. And there's some online games where they can fit their 2D shapes together to create new shapes. It's fun. I love it. Now, how many triangles make a trapezoid? If you said 3, you got it right. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, let's move on. Yes, that's what we can do with 2D shapes. But you know what? Looking at my watch, it's science time. So we're going to move as fast as we can. We're going to do a quick stretch because it's important to get your blood moving for your brain. Are you ready? Before we move into a quick science lesson, quickie, quickie, quick, let's do a quick stretch. Are you ready? Okay, here we go. Everybody up, everybody up, everybody up. Here we go. Fingers and toes, legs, arms, and elbows. Ooh, how can you stretch your elbows? Stretch those elbows out. Side to side, all around. Now come back and settle back down. If you want to do it one more time, I'm going to go faster. Are you ready? Fingers and toes, stretch my toes, legs, arms, and elbows. Legs, stretch my legs, arms, and elbows. Oh, good. Side to side, all around. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I could turn if I could. And now come back and settle back down. Now we should all be back in our seats and let's get started learning about some science. Okay, it's gonna go quick. You guys ready? Whoa, what's happening? Oh, why am I getting so much what? Wait, I'm big and small. Is this a clue? Is this what we're gonna be learning about? Let's find out. Yes, we are going to be learning about near and far. In science, we are talking about distance. Why? Here was the important question. Why does the sun look so big? Even though it's not the biggest star in the whole sky. All right, so you're scientists. You're outside now at night. You're looking around at those stars. You're making observations about the stars in the sky. And you say, I know that there are stars that are giant, super giant, and bigger than our sun. How come they look so tiny though? When the sun comes up in the day and we see how big the sun is, how come he looks so big even though he's not the biggest star in the sky? That's our question. That's the question. Why do some things look bigger and some things look smaller, even though they might be the same size? Well, another question I have, I remember thinking this when I was a little girl. Why do the airplanes look so tiny in the sky, Mom? I know they're bigger than that. Now you understand why we're learning about near and far. So how can we make objects appear larger to us? What would we have to do to make that airplane that's so tiny up in the sky look bigger? Okay, how could we make it bigger? So let's talk about near and far in a cute little video I remember when I was a kid. Let's watch what happens. I love this video. It's from Sesame Street.
Hello there. This is your old pal Grover. And today I'm going to talk to you about near and far. In fact, I, little furry Grover, am going to show you near and far. Okay, here goes. First, this is near. Right here, near.
Okay, I think we're pretty near to him. Whoa, where's he going?
This is far!
Oh, wait, he got really small. Oh, he's big.
This is near. You see? Oh, Okay, I'll do it once more for you, okay? Okay. This is near.
Is he
This
near or far?
is far.
He's far away. Look at the difference in size. He didn't shrink. He just got farther.
And this is near again. Okay?
He did. He
You
got
want to see one
farther
more time?
away.
Oh, sure, I'm not doing anything. Okay, this is near.
He's giving us a demonstration. Why things
This is far.
objects look smaller when they're farther away, but so
This-
much
Is near. You got
Bigger.
that, huh? You don't.
larger
Okay.
when they're
This is near.
near to us.
And
Poor Grover.
This is far. This is near. Now you must understand. You don't understand.
Poor
This
Grover.
is far. I'll get there. Hold on. This is near. And now you understand. You don't. This is far. And this is near. You understand? You don't understand. Ah!
So now we're going to practice near and far. Well, what did Grover explain to us? He showed us actually the answer to our question. Things look smaller. They appear smaller when things are farther away. I want you to try that one day. Ask your mom or dad to walk farther away from you and see if they appear, they don't actually shrink. They're not shrinking. They're just look like they are much smaller because of the do you know that word? Distance. Yes. Now we have our code right here. Okay. I always type it in my chat so you have it. D5HLM. That is our code for the Nearpod, guys. When I share this with your families, you won't need a code, okay? This is just to play online together. So you can join at any time, and we're going to just practice a few minutes of it and then move on. Now for the Nearpod, we're not going to do near and far. That's something you can practice with your families. That's always a fun game. Taking one object, moving it really close to your eyes and seeing if it appears small or large, and then taking it really far away and seeing if it appears large or small. We're not going to do that for our Nearpod. For our Nearpod, we're going to cycle back to math. We're going to practice shapes. Are you excited? Me too. So let's meet up at the Nearpod and practice some shapes. All right, let me find it. So let's talk shapes. Shapes, remember 2D shapes? Flat like paper. Yes, we can compose or combine them. We can recognize and find those 2D flat shapes in objects all around us. We can describe them using their attributes. That's a hard word, but it's a fun word to say, attributes, or you can also call them properties. Yeah. All right, guys. What are we going to do? We're going to identify the different 2D flat shapes, and we're going to use shapes to draw pictures. Okay. So first question, is this shape a square? What do you guys think? Yes, no, yes, no. Look at that red shape in the corner. What is that? Make it bigger. Is that a square? Do you recognize that shape? Is it a square? If you said no, you got it right. That's not a square. A square has 4 sides, 4 equal sides, and 4 vertices. This doesn't have 4. It has 1, 2, 3. Okay, if you got it, great job. Is this shape a square? Do you know if this is a square? Let's see. Let's ask ourselves some questions. Does it have four slippery sides, nice and straight? One, two, three, four. Yep. Does it have four vertices or corners? One, two, three, four. Yeah. Uh-huh. Is it all the same size? This is the same size. Yeah, it's not like stretched out. Awesome. If you said yes, you got it right. Ding, ding, ding. Next question. A memory test. I love memory tests. Let's see if you can match up the shapes and then we'll call them out. We'll call them their names. You ready? Okay. What's that? A heart? Okay, let's see if I can find another heart. Whoa, I did it on the first try. Hearts, two hearts. And this one has one vertex. That's all it has. Doesn't have, we call it one vertex. Okay, let's try another shape. Ooh, a circle. You know that one, right? I gave it away so fast. I was so excited. Let me see if I can find another circle. Oh, that's okay. Let's try again. So did you see that purple one? That's not a circle. Whoa, I just recognized that one from before. That is called a rhombus. Some people call it a diamond. I call it a rhombus. Rhombus. Okay, so I matched up the rhombuses. Rhombi. Here we go. Next one. What's that? Oh, that is the triangle, isn't it? Has three sides. One, two, three. Three vertices. Let's see if we can find another one. Did you see what that was? That was not a triangle. Okay, let me try another one. Ooh, that's a new shape. One, two, three. One, two, three, four. All the same size. Four vertices. Four equal sides. Oh gosh, where do you think I should go? No. But wait, I remember now. That's why they call it a memory test, right? Where the other circle is. Remember, circles have no straight sides, no vertices, got 0, 0, and those match up. Let's try another one. Oh, there's that square again. What's that? That's not a square. Ooh, recognize it? Yeah, there's our square. Four sides, four vertices, all the same size. They're all equal, exactly the same. Oh, there's our triangle. Where could a triangle be? We matched it up. Look at that. One, two, three, three sides and three vertices. And so, do you know what this one is? It's a rectangle. It looks a lot like a square, but it's sort of stretched out because it has two long sides that are parallel and two short sides that are parallel. And we did it. We matched them all up. So now let's move on. We're going to look at the shapes below. Color the circle red. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, let's go as fast as we can. Color a circle red. Red circle. Color the square pink. Which one's the square? Which one's the square? Do you know which one the square is? That seems like that's a pink color, isn't it? How do we make a nice pink? Maybe we should go back and make that darker. What do you guys think? Boy, I'm a terrible color online. Let's try this one. This one was supposed to be red. Oh, okay. So the red circle, pink square. Now it says color the triangle blue. Can you do that? Nice pretty blue. Mr. Triangle. You can name the shapes. These are very common shapes that you'll find all over, and we use them a lot. So it's important to know their names. All right. Now let's go to the next one, and we're going to wrap this up. You can do the same on your own when you practice this, coloring the different shapes. You read the directions at the top first. It will tell you what to color. This one says color the heart orange, color the rectangle green, and then at the top it says color the diamond purple. Diamond purple, but you can call it a diamond or a rhombus. Okay, here we go. Next one. Use a square and a triangle to draw a house. Oh, I have to do that really quick. Now, a square. I know how to draw a square because it's four sides and 4 vertices, and they're all exactly the same size, right? I don't have it like it's not stretched out. It's all equal. And if you have trouble, you can, use an object that's a square and sort of trace around it. Okay. Like a notepad, a sticky pad. Where's my post-it notes? Yeah. And now it says also use a triangle, and I'm going to fit them together to build a house. Oh, that sounds like fun. Okay, here I go. Let's try a new color for the triangle. All right, here we go. I think I will put the triangle on top. Now remember, it has 3 sides. Oh, I can draw a triangle really well. Can you? Did you put them together? This is what we talked about earlier about composing new shapes by putting them together side to side, edge to edge, and creating a new shape. Awesome. Okay, try that on your own, and we're going to move forward. This is a quick question. I won't linger on this. I will just read it to you. It says they want to know who is right. Amy says the shape is a circle because it is round, and Beth, her friend, says the shape is an oval because it's round. It's round, but it's kind of flattened out. So which one do you think is right? Do you think this is a circle or an oval? It's an oval. Okay, next. If you cut this square on the black line, oh, they cut the square. They divided it up. What shape would you end up with? Which shapes would you end up with? So, but this is called decomposing. Instead of putting things together, we're going to divide and cut them up. So they are asking you to cut along the black line and tell what shapes you would end up with if you pull it apart. Yeah, do you see it? Do you recognize the shapes? I think I do too. I would love to try that. Maybe I'll take a Post-it note and cut it diagonally like this from vertice to vertice and see what shapes I end up with. Just cut it one time though, okay? All right, here we go. Moving on, there's a quick quiz. Now read carefully and look at the pictures they provide. They ask you, what is this shape? Triangle, circle, square. It's a square. You got it. Next one. Let's create. Okay, let's just move on fast. Think of all the shapes we've talked about. We talked about some shapes. We didn't talk about all of them. There are so many cool shapes that you need to learn. Check out a hexagon. Check out a pentagon. Ooh, check out a, what was that other one? I have a favorite one. What is it? Ooh, an octagon. How many sides does that have? Sounds like octopus. That's a good clue. Hex sounds like 6. Hex, 6, hex, 6. 6 sides, right? So, and a pentagon, that's got 5 sides. Think of all the shapes that you know and that you can recognize and create a picture. I saw a kid take a bunch of shapes and create a train, a house. I saw another one. They made like a car and a truck. It was so cool. They just slid the shapes together to create something new. That's it. We're all done. Are you excited? Did you learn a lot about what did we do in math today? We talked about 2D, plain, flat, like paper, shapes. And we talked about how to compose them, how to recognize them, how to describe them, how to divide them. Boy, we learned a lot about 2D shapes today. That's called geometry. Oh, and we also learned about near and far and why objects can appear larger to us or smaller depending upon their distance. It's just a trick on our eyes, isn't it? Same size, but it looks larger when it's near to you, and it looks smaller if it's far from you. That's right. Awesome job, guys. We did such a wonderful job today. Please practice, and I'll be here every Tuesday at 10:30 in the morning, every Wednesday at 10:30 in the morning, and I'm also available for DBAs. So make sure you sign up for your DBAs. Love you. Have a great day.